Today's video is going to be about the best Roblox games to play in 2024. There are a ton of popular Roblox experiences out there, and a lot of them just aren't really good. So this will act as a guide to the best games I can personally vet and approve of on Roblox 2024. So, starting on strong with the number one spot being Murder Mystery 2. Murder Mystery 2 is by far one of the most popular games on Roblox, and it is a classic. It's been around since 2014, as you can see right here, created. It has accumulated 17.4 billion visits and has 18.9 million favorites. Currently, almost 200,000 active members playing. So this game is by far one of the best games that I've played and one of the most memorable games from my childhood. It still gets updated regularly. It is still relevant. It still has a very massive community with their own Discord, their own Twitter, their own YouTube. So essentially the plot of Murder Mystery is that there are a group of innocents, there's a sheriff, and there's a murderer. As the name implies, murder mystery. So the innocents, the murderer, and the sheriff are all picked at random with a select chance. So everyone equally gets to be the murderer, everyone equally gets to be the sheriff, innocent, etc. The point of innocence is to run and hide from the murderer. The point of the sheriff is to work with innocents, find the murderer and kill him. And the murderer's job is to kill absolutely everybody without getting shot. So I would place Murder Mystery 2 at the top of my list for when I want to try Roblox games. It always gives me a nice dose of nostalgia, and it is always a lot of fun to play with friends. Alright, starting off number 2 would be Build a Boat for Treasure. This game is yet again another classic, another very popular Roblox game that's been around since 2016, right there, created 2016. It has accumulated 4 billion visits, 7.5 million favorites, and has 18,623 active people playing. So what is the point of Build a Boat? It's one of the most nostalgic games, and the idea is that you build your ship and you set sail for adventure. It's quite simple. You make your own boat, your own creativity, and you try to get to the end in the most efficient way possible. When you get to the end, you get money, you get treasure, build a boat for treasure. And using that treasure, you buy more parts for your boat, you keep building, you make bigger boats, better boats, and you get to the end even faster, and the cycle repeats. Some people have made some crazy inventions on Build a Boat, things like robots and crazy airplanes and such. So it is quite an interesting game and could even be potentially better than Murder Mystery 2 in some regards. So I would place Build a Boat for Treasure on the number 2 spot. Starting off number 3 would be Miner's Haven. What is Miner's Haven? Well, it is a tycoon game for the tycoon lovers. It has been around since 2015, another classic, one of the popular games on Roblox. It's accumulated almost 200 million visits, it has 1.3 million favorites, and not a very active community, as you can see, 268 members active, but it receives regular updates. It is a good game. It's a game about, you guys are tycoons. You essentially develop a factory and you make it as efficient as possible. You can compete with your friends. You can help your friends even, giving each other permission to edit your factories and such. And the goal is essentially to make the most money in the most efficient way possible. There's different items, thousands of items you can get, and I would consider it one of the largest sandbox tycoons on Roblox. It's just complete free will. It's so creative, it's so much fun, and I would place it at the number 3 spot. So, starting off the number 4 spot would be Apocalypse Rising 2. Apocalypse Rising 2 is a game on Roblox. It's been around since 2017. It has accumulated almost 100 million visits, 722,000 favorites, and 863 members are currently active and playing. Apocalypse Rising 2 is a survival game in essence, in the sense that you have to compete with other players for things like weapons and equipment to fight off zombies. The idea is that you have to find supplies like food and water and keep yourself alive by fighting off hordes and hordes of zombies, while also fighting off other players who might want to kill you for your stuff. The game is pretty gruesome. There is a amount of gore and violence involved as you are using weapons and killing zombies and other players. but it is a very fun game. It is currently in open alpha, so there are a fair amount of glitches, but the game is still a lot of fun. You can play with your friends, team up, and take over entire servers. I recommend personally playing Apocalypse Rising 2. I had a lot of fun playing with my brother when we were younger. I used to play this game all the time, and I would place it at the number 4 spot. Last but not least, on the number 5th spot would be Doors. Now, Doors is a fairly recent game as it was made in 2021. It has 5.3 billion visits, 6.4 million favorites, and almost 81,000 active members. Now, for most players who play Roblox frequently, this would be on the number 2 or even number 1 spot. But for me, I would like to call myself a veteran Roblox player. I've been playing since 2014. Or since 2016, I think, but oh well. I would place this on the number 5th spot. It is quite an interesting game. It is one of the best horror games on Roblox with some of the best visuals I have seen in any horror game, really. But it would earn the 5th spot on my list as it's not as nostalgic as the other games I have listed. They are much better with their own unique communities and everything. This game does have a fair bit of lore, and it's about escaping a hotel that you have been trapped in. There's about 100 doors that you have to get through in order to escape. It has its own unique, intricate lore that you need to get to on your own. Now, as the game puts it best, each death is a lesson. It's quite an interesting game. There's a whole bunch of mechanics that you have to get used to, and each death earns you a medal almost. That's according to the game itself anyway. But I think that would be the end to my list. Those would be the top 5 games on Roblox that I personally vetted, personally recommend, and would tell anyone who's new to Roblox to play. So let me know in the comments if I've missed out on any games, any honorable mentions that you would like to see on this list. You can put them in the comments and I'll pin your comment and let everybody know that these games are also interesting. These are just my personal top 5 that I think should be played if you want to join Roblox and its community. Anyway, I will catch you guys a different time.